Ladies and gentlemen, it's May 2026, and you know what that means? It's BAL Season 6 here in Kigali, Rwanda, being played at the BK Arena. The home team, the RSSB Tigers, are putting on a show, and they're putting on a strong case on why they should be the champions for BAL Season 6. I sat down with one of their point guards, one of their best players, Ntore Habimana. I wanted to find out what makes him tick. What is his motivations to continue playing basketball on the continent? What does he think about BAL and its future here on the continent?
The Patriots definitely taught me that the game is a business. I don't think I've played basketball for many years now in my life, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're winning games, and I think it's Craig Randall has a lot to do with it.
Ntore, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. Now it's BL season. Of course, you have a busy schedule, but it's good to, for your fans to get to know you. You're 28, 6'5". You scored 11 points against Ntore, then you had 3 in the second game.
13.
13, so that's 13 and 3.
Yeah.
So 16 in total
Yeah.
to help the team advance to the semifinals. You've been a 3-time RBL champion. You've played against Reg. You've played for the RSSB Tigers. You've played with Reg. You've played with APR.
Yep.
When you hear all this at 28, how do you feel?
I mean, it sounds like I've been bouncing around teams, but I don't even think that's the case. I think you even forgot the Patriots. So I think that was just like early on in my career. I was kind of trying to find my identity within Rwanda. And at first, when I first came out here, nobody really knew who I was. It's crazy because the first team I did join was the Tigers. And Francis, he was really one of the first people I talked to from out here, the president of the Tigers. And, he gave me that opportunity to come play out here with the Tigers right before the 2021 AfroBasket. And although it was only I think it was only 3-4 games I played with them, I was able to, showcase my talent, showcase who I was as a player. And that ended up getting me to be able to play on the Patriots for the next year. And going from Tigers at the time to the Patriots was a big jump for me just because the Tigers weren't the team they are now. So yeah, that was really the first jump I had. And then, I mean, ever since then, I've been playing with APR for the last 3-4 years now. So I think it's been a good 3-4 years with APR. 3 for 3 in the championship. So yeah, we're just looking for that 4th one now.
Right. So talking about identity, you were born in Mississauga, Canada, right? Your mom is Burundian,
Yep.
Your dad is Rwandan.
Yep.
Talk to me about that identity and how you've been able to find your identity even with all these different facets in your life.
Yeah, so growing up in Canada, with, like you said, a Burundian and Rwandese family, it was, I'm kind of just treading between cultures. I do have my Canadian culture, which is, different out here, but, the Rwandese Burundian culture is also different in Canada. So, yeah, just being able to adjust and adapt to in different scenarios is something I've always done. And obviously I'm proud to be Rwandese, Burundian. It's amazing being able to come back here at this point in my life. In the first 20 years of my life, I had only visited Burundi and Rwanda one time, right? So the only culture I really knew was within my family and my friends and people like that in Canada. So to be able to come here and, it's been my 5th year, like I said, here in Rwanda. So I'm kind of I'm not new to this no more. So it's nice to be able to call this I want to say second home, but just because I'm obviously Rwandese, this is home to me now.
Right, okay. So you've played with all the big 4 teams in the RBL. You've played with Reg, you've played with the Patriots, you had a stint with APR for quite a while, won a few championships there. Now you're with the Tigers and you guys are in the BAL. With all that experience, what has each team taught you? What exactly has each team added in terms of talismans to your game?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good question. I think, like I said, when I first came out here, the Tigers, my first stint with the Tigers taught me that, like, in basketball, you kind of have to prove yourself, like, over and over again throughout your career. Like, growing up, I had to prove myself within, like, high school teams and trying to make provincial teams and all of that. And then once I did graduate from high school, then you're in college and you're fighting to get minutes on a team that you just got there. Like, in college, I remember having one game I played 30 minutes, and then the next game I played 0 minutes. So it's like having to battle that, you know, that mental battle, um, is obviously something that you keep learning and relearning throughout your career. And the Tigers really taught me that, even in the pros, because that was my first season as a pro. Even in the pros, like, you have to, even if you think you're better or you offer more to the table than this one guy, you kind of have to prove yourself again. So that's what the Tigers taught me, and the Patriots definitely taught me that, the game is a business. The Patriots definitely taught me that, because the first year, I mean, the only year I was with the Patriots, we lost in the finals in 7 games. It was a tough series against Reg. And I remember having a discussion with the president, and to see if I was going to come back. But then, when money gets involved, and yeah, they just didn't want to, match what APR was willing to give me. So, at that point in time, I thought I was going to be a Patriots player for a long time. I loved the culture over there, and I was happy with where I was. But, that team definitely taught me how the game is a business. And yeah, after that, I've been on APR ever since. And with Reg, that wasn't really a RBL thing. That was more BAL, and that taught me that really taught me a lot. Um, that's the main thing it taught me, was patience, because my BL career has literally started from the bottom. Like, my first, many people may not know this, but I played in the second ever BAL, and I mean, I didn't play. Like, I was on the bench. So looking at it through that lens, really, like, we had a great coach, we had a great team at that time, and I kind of understood why I wasn't playing. I wasn't oblivious to the fact that, we had a lot of talent on our team. So, learning from that, learning from players, learning from the coaches, that really taught me about just professionalism within the game. And uh, yeah, yeah, that's about it. Like, Reg just taught me, like, you really have to be patient and just wait your turn, because second BL I didn't play, third BL, I played a little bit, but not really. Fourth BL was with APR. I did play, but we didn't qualify for the playoffs, finals, whatever.
That's right.
And then fifth BL, I did play. I ended up being, I think, top 5 in assists or something, and we lost in the semifinals. We ended up getting third place, and then this year, I'm also playing, and the sky's the limit. So I feel like the trajectory in my BL career has always treaded upwards, and yeah.
Right. So in 2019, most people don't know this. You declared for the draft, which you went and drafted. You ended up staying for 2 more years at Wilfrid Laurier.
Yeah.
And then in 2022, you signed your first contract in Rwanda. Now that you're one of the top players in the BAL, and basically one of the two options for the point guards when it comes to the RSSB Tigers, do you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder, trying to prove to these guys something, that they missed out on a big talent?
I remember
I like the pause.
I remember in this was the year. This was the second BL where I said I didn't play a lot. Um, I remember I had a viral tweet go viral that year because when I was playing with the Patriots, we had played reg, and this was right after the BAL. And I ended up having a good game with the Patriots, and we ended up beating reg. And I tweeted something like, "This is what you guys get for benching me," or something along those lines, and it went viral.
Yeah, a revenge tweet.
Yeah. But that situation taught me like you it's not really about proving people wrong because in your life you're just always gonna have doubters, and the doubters might be in your corner. They might be like the people in your front office, or they might just be fans that just come watch the game. So you're always gonna have people that doubt you, but I feel like in order to like keep going and to to be able to have a positive outlook on things, like you really just have to prove like yourself right, and prove like the people that actually are like standing beside you, prove them right, or else you're just doing it for the wrong reasons. So yeah, like I don't really prove people wrong no more. I just try to prove the people that really care about me, I prove them right.
That's right. BAL introduced a franchise league. This is going to be starting from a couple of years to come. Of course, the Tigers are probably in the running to have one of the seats at the franchise league. Right now, we could say that you're a Rwandese-wide superstar. But once that happens, you're probably going to be a continental superstar. How does that make you feel?
It's not really something I've given much thought to. The franchise is not something that is completely solidified yet. So I don't really want to think about something unless it's like set in stone. And obviously, right now we're in the middle of the BL, like we're in the middle of a competition. So once things are kind of start to get announced and it's not like hearsay and stuff, then I'll probably give it much thought. But I try to not think about it now, just because, like I said, it's nothing set in stone.
Before, you guys used to play one game and you're out. Now they've introduced a playoff system where you play two games with teams. What do you think? What do you think that changes on the scale of the games? Because you guys won the first game with a lot of points, which gave you guys a buffer. But then you guys came out weak in the first quarter of the second game, and then had to play catch up pretty much the whole of the game. What do you think that two game system does? And does it improve the competition, or does it take away that intensity of one and out?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I watch a lot of soccer. I watch a lot of like Champions League, all of that stuff. So it kind of reminds me of like Champions League soccer, where it's like there's aggregate between two teams, home and away. So, I mean, to me, it's a pretty good concept, just because if if you do come out victorious in that, you're probably the better team.
Right.
Like many times, you've seen it many times where the better team may lose one game, and if you do come out of like a back to back victorious, I do think you are the better team. So yeah, I have no problem with that. I think it'll be more of a problem once like like let's say like first game you win by 4, and then the second game it's like a 3-point game, and then you're going to overtime because
Of the aggregate.
yeah.
Right.
So that's when it gets weird, but there's never been a situation like that yet. So I mean, so far so good.
A lot of speculators have been saying that they would rather the first game be 4 games, the second one be like 2 games, and then the finals be one and done. What do you think about it?
So you mean like
So the
first
quarterfinals is 4
like a
games.
series,
Right.
yeah.
4 game series, a 5 game series. And then the second part of it, which is the semifinals, is now the 2 game series. And then the finals is one and done.
I mean, I wouldn't agree with that.
You wouldn't agree with that?
No, I would rather the finals actually be a longer series, just because, like, for example, in the RBL, they do best of five first round, and then second round best of seven, which is not a bad format. Um, but yeah, finals being just one game compared to quarterfinals being four games, I don't think that would make sense. You might as well just do it all the same.
All right. So Rwanda again is hosting the BAL for I think the second time, right? Is it the third time? But it's hosting the BAL finals.
Yeah.
Rwanda has been really in the middle of this basketball scene on the continent. What do you think hosting the finals here and a potential win for the Tigers would do for the Rwandese basketball scene?
I mean, a win would just that would put Kigali on the map. You know, like I've been I've been I've been dreaming about winning the BL since I've known about it. Right. That's like one of the biggest goals I've had. You know, I remember on the notebook, first BL on my notebook, I wrote win the BL, and I wasn't sure when or with what team, but I believed it was possible. And, you know, I'm at that point now where it is definitely possible. And, you know, Kigali, Rwanda has invested a lot of money, a lot of time within the BL, within the Tigers, and just over the years. So I think it's only right that we pay back the city and the country in a championship.
Right. I'm going to mix it up here and go to a more controversial question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The basketball critics are saying that the Tigers game has a flaw. So hear me out.
Tell me, yeah.
The Tigers game is basically being run through, of course, Craig Randall. So he takes a lot of shots in the game. And some games, when he's having a bad game, then the Tigers have a bad game. When he's shooting well, then the Tigers are shooting well and are making more points.
Yeah.
As basically one of the starting five. Do you agree with the critics? And there's also people who are saying that that's a good thing. That as long as he's making shots, why not? Why shouldn't we continue to use that strategy? So, as a Tigers player and as one of the starting five, what do you think about those critics?
I mean, that's a valid take, but I don't think like I've I've played basketball for many years now in my life, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you know, like we have a game plan, and we're aware of all our skills and all our talents, and Craig Randall just happens to be like probably probably the best scorer I've ever seen, like I've ever played with on my team. So you just have to be able to decipher that and play alongside of him in a way where we're all still playing together, but we all know our strengths and our weaknesses. And Craig Randall just happens to be like an amazing scorer. So we can't take that away from him. We just gotta let him, let him do his thing, and yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're winning games, and I think it's Craig Randall has a lot to do with it.
Right. If the Tigers win the BAL this time, where does that sit in terms of the achievements of Ntore's career? Of course, you've been a three-time RBL champion.
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing basketball for a while. The ladies call you the most handsome man on the Tigers. Where does that sit in your
Oh,
list of
man.
achievements?
That's number one for sure, for sure. Like in college, uh, I got to the Final Four 2 years in a row, and the last year that we lost in the Final Four, um, it was like a crazy game winner. Like I can't even watch that game till this day. So, being able to go through so many things throughout my basketball career, this will definitely be the most rewarding award.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, in college, like we really had a heartbreaker game, and like to this day, like it still breaks my heart. So like going from the Final Four and not being able to make the Final Four then, and being in the Final Four now, and having a chance to go into the championship, I think that that really puts another fire under my back. Just trying to prove my college self, right.
There's always a line that people say your favorite player's favorite player or your
Mhm.
favorite musician's favorite
Yeah.
musician.
Yeah.
You're a lot of people's favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
But people want to know who's your favorite player. And we want to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Nobody on your team,
Oh, you mean like in the BAL?
on the scene, on the African scene.
Okay. Oh, that's a good question. My favorite player. You're gonna have to let me think about that for a second. I mean, there's a lot of good players around. Oh, Diarra,
LDR.
Ali Diarra.
Right.
Yeah, that's my favorite player. Yeah, I mean, playing alongside of Diarra, he just makes the game so easy, and yeah, he's definitely my favorite player. His ability, his athleticism, his defense, his energy.
Right.
I think he's like, him being a EuroLeague player right now is just no surprise to me. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Nore, as we conclude, finish for me this sentence. Rwandan basketball in 5 years will be
Booming.
booming.
Yeah, booming. I mean, if we take care of business this year, when we take care of business this year, that'll just trend Rwandese basketball to another level. And, it's all about the youth and being able to inspire the youth. And the BL right now is inspiring these kids to just take basketball to the next level. So I think being this first generation of BL players, basketball only gets better over time. So I think Rwanda basketball in 5 to 10 years will be even on another level compared to where we're at now.
Awesome. Nore, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you success in the
Thank you.
games that are coming up. We hope that you guys get to the finals. I know most of the Okapi fans are Rwandans.
Yeah.
And we hope that you guys make it to the finals. I know this interview is going to come out after the game, so
Okay.
we'll see how that is fared after that time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was nice. I think I got the flow after some time.
Yeah. It was cool. I say less.
You also stream?
I do stream, yeah. I was telling him when we was in there that I stream on Twitch and stuff. It's cool, but like right now I'm focused on the BL and like it's kind of taking me away from streaming, and I know my fans are kind of